Once, in ancient Greece, there was a young maiden named Medusa, known for her breathtaking beauty. Medusa was born immortal, unlike her sisters Stheno and Euryale, who were immortal. She served as a priestess in the temple of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. With long, flowing hair and radiant eyes, Medusa attracted many admirers, but she remained dedicated to Athena, vowing to stay chaste in her service. However, Medusa's beauty caught the attention of Poseidon, the god of the sea. Poseidon was mesmerized by her, and one day, he approached her in Athena's temple. Despite her refusal, Poseidon forced himself upon Medusa within the sacred walls. This violation desecrated the temple, and Athena, upon learning of the event, was furious. However, instead of directing her anger toward Poseidon, she turned her wrath on Medusa, seeing her as the cause of the temple's desecration. Athena's punishment for Medusa was harsh and irreversible. She transformed Medusa's beautiful hair into a writhing mass of venomous serpents. Not only that, but Medusa's gaze was cursed. Anyone who looked directly into her eyes would turn to stone. The once beautiful maiden was now condemned to live in isolation, unable to interact with the world without causing destruction. Cast away to a desolate island, Medusa became one of the most feared creatures in the world, a gorgon. Years later, the hero Perseus was tasked with a seemingly impossible mission to bring back the head of Medusa. King Polydectes, who wanted to get rid of Perseus, manipulated him into accepting this dangerous quest. Determined, Perseus set out with the help of the gods. Athena herself guided him, providing him with a polished shield to use as a mirror, so he could look at Medusa indirectly and avoid her deadly gaze. Hermes, the messenger god, gifted him winged sandals, and Hades gave him a helm of invisibility, which would help him remain undetected. With his god-given tools, Perseus ventured to Medusa's lair. As he neared her, he used the shield's reflection to locate her without meeting her eyes. In a swift, decisive move, he struck Medusa down and severed her head. From her blood sprang the winged horse Pegasus and the warrior Chrysaor, her offspring by Poseidon. Perseus placed Medusa's head in a special sack and began his journey home. Though Medusa was dead, her story didn't end there. Perseus later used her head's power to turn his enemies to stone and eventually gifted it to Athena, who mounted it on her shield, the Aegis. Thus, Medusa's image lived on, a symbol of protection and power. In the end, Medusa became a figure of tragedy and complexity in Greek mythology. Once a beautiful priestess, she was transformed into a monster as a punishment for a crime she did not commit, and her tale remains a haunting reminder of the injustices that can befall even the innocent.